Chapter 2 of the Divine event has begun! Oh, it is time! So, Trials of Odin Chapter 2 of 4 is here, and in this chapter we have the ability to potentially get the brand new Divine FRIGG Dragon. So comparatively to some of the other Divines, the FRIGG isn't the best Divine out there, but still a Divine nonetheless and can be useful on a couple of teams. But this is a chapter that focuses on Divine chess. And out of the FRIGG Dragon's Divine chess, you can get the FRIGG Dragon, you can get the epic Ratatoska Dragon, you can also get the epic Eiktherna Dragon, which is one of my main goals, and you can also get the rare Elkhound Dragon, which is a nice little cute dragon that I've seen a lot of people quite liking. So, obviously this operates very similarly to the past Divine chess, where when we go to open the chess, we have to basically put all of our luck into these random RNG loot boxes. There are slight differences this time around though, because every 10 chests you get 1 free, which is the same as last time. However, for every 100 chests that you open, you get 3 free Divine pieces. A lot of people would say that that is barely anything, and I would agree, but it is better than before. So this is the first chest that we've opened, which gave us 1 piece for the Ratatoska and some random food. The second chest we opened is another epic piece for the Eiktherna, and we got some random gold. So essentially every time you open a chest you will get a dragon piece and another random item out of the chest, because you can get the dragons, you can get decorations, you can get food, you can get gold, you can get dragon fury, or you can get VIP tickets. So you can get a lot of cool stuff out of these, and of course there's also the chance that you could get a full Divine Dragon out of a single chest, but the chances of that happening are like 0.008%. So if you do manage to get a full FRIGG Dragon out of a chest, let me know, because you should probably buy a lottery ticket if that is the case. So, will we be getting the FRIGG Dragon? I highly doubt it, but I will be opening as many chests as I possibly can. And if you really want to invest into this, you can also open up the Chapter 2 packs for the FRIGG Dragon when they're done. Although, yeah, it's still very expensive. And now, for the Chapter 1 packs, if you didn't manage to get pieces for Odin or Loki to actually unlock them, you can open them up for 100 dragon tickets. But that's very expensive. But, I mean, if you've got the money and you really want to invest, you do have a second chance at getting some of these Divines now. But there's also questions of how you actually collect Divine tickets. So we have boss challenges and solo events that we can do. We have special offers, including the Totem of Wood here, where you can buy it, and it generates 1 Divine ticket every 3 hours. So you can use it as sort of a exclusive decoration, and I guess it will give you a few extra tickets in the long run. So you can invest into that if you want. There's also a really cool bundle out for the Nidhogg Dragon, where you get him 125 Divine tickets and a legendary habitat for £41. So this is really similar to like the Medusa bundle basically. So I still think this is really overpriced, but if you do want the Nidhogg and you want the Divine tickets anyway, not a bad deal for you. And in Chapter 2 we have a boss challenge and a solo event to do. So first of all, we will take a look at the boss challenge event. So, Aya, what a fascinating place you've discovered. I can hardly wait to observe and research these ancient dragons. Just be polite, Professor. They've been nice enough to allow us to stick around and play before they send us home. The dragons here really love to battle, just like me. I bet we can befriend them if we show them a good time. Can I come along too? Sure, of course you can. So, this is just the same as old boss challenge events that we've seen, where we have to take on these fights, and every few fights or so we will be rewarded with Divine tickets. Now what that means, we've got Divine chests incoming, and when we finish 4 rounds of this event we can also get the epic Castle Dragon as a reward. I already have one, so I don't care too much. I care more so about the actual divine tickets that we will get as rewards. And the further along in the boss challenge event we go, the less elements we'll be able to use in the fight, so it will steadily get more difficult, although you can refresh the elements that are required in the fights. And apparently, these are short timers. I'm hoping it's not the same as last time, where it starts off with really short timers and then every single fight gets changed to 2 hours. I suppose we will see. But that is the gist of the new boss challenge that we have, and the solo event that we have here is very similar to the Egyptian mission during the Egyptian Divine event. So every single tier, I guess you can call it, that you get to will give you divine tickets for the divine chests. And so if you finish tier 10, for example, you get 20 divine tickets. If you finish number 9, you get 10. If you finish number 8, you get 10. So we have to complete these quests at the bottom of the event here. So we need to collect gold, collect food, and breed hybrids. That's annoying since I have something in my breeding den. But let's collect some food and collect some gold. Oh, we can't even collect food either. We're really going to do this to ourselves. Well, I guess we have screwed ourselves over. So because of that, I am just going to skip these first few just to show you sort of how these tiers work. So we'll skip that one, and we get 1 divine ticket as a reward for completing that. Now on tier 2, we have to feed dragons, level up dragons, and hatch dragons. So we do have a dragon to hatch, which is very good. And now if we hatch this guy, we can use him to complete the other quests as well. So feed him up, and then we have to wait 3 hours? Really? We have to wait 3 hours for that quest to cool down. Oh, that is the wrong part of the event. So it only costs 1 gem to skip these, which is very, very cheap. And obviously, if you want as many of these divine tickets as possible, it would be the obvious choice to do so. But as we go through, obviously these quests will get more difficult, their timers will get longer as well. But it seems there have been some pretty radical changes made to the actual solo missions. So I'm actually all for that, because the Egyptian mission, to be honest with you, was so boring. It genuinely was like the most boring thing in the world. So for now, since we already have stuff waiting, or we can't collect any food, I'm going to leave it there for now. But I hope that that basically explains how this Nordic missions event actually operates. So you can get some bonus tickets out of doing that. So we've got the boss challenge and Nordic missions events where you can get the tickets from, but there's also another little thing to point out. Otto's Lotto again gives us the opportunity to get divine tickets every time we spin the wheel. So you can watch an ad video and potentially get some. So you might have to watch around about 5 billion Disney Magic Kingdoms ads. But again, every single time you spin, you will have sometimes a very small chance of getting a divine ticket. But every ticket, even a singular ticket, that could be a piece of that FRIGG Dragon, or it could be a full FRIGG Dragon. You might randomly get 1 divine ticket out of Otto's Lotto, open up that chest, and that could be your FRIGG Dragon. No matter how unlikely it is, the potential is always there. So it's worth getting as many tickets as you possibly can. So just watch as many ads as you can, and just go wild. That is the best thing that you can do with all of this going on. So, again, I'm still annoyed that they are RNG loot boxes, essentially, and you can't truly guarantee that you will get the divines unless you go to open them and you open like thousands of chests to get the 3 free divine pieces, because 100 chests to get 3 divine pieces is not a lot. And even though it does guarantee the dragon eventually, that is a lot of money to have to invest to ever guarantee it. So I do think it's a good step in the right direction, sort of, but I still think the actual cost of it overall is way too high. So that is the new event stuff. So let me know what you think. You think it's cool? I like the change to Nordic missions, although it's still very annoying with, you know, 4-hour cooldowns on level 3 already, like, Jesus! But, extra tickets, so not all bad at the end of the day. And also on top of the new Chapter 2 part of the Egyptian mission, obviously, we do also have the new Dragon of the Week here, which is the Poison Dragon, and I accidentally tried to breed for something else for some reason earlier, so our breeding then is still taken up. If only we had Kronos available right now, but even though in the Nordic mission it will ask us to breed elemental hybrids and such, I am probably still going to try and go for the Poison Dragon because he's new, we don't have him yet, and with all of these RNG divine boxes going around, I'd rather just potentially get a new dragon, just guaranteed, rather than, you know, relying on the loot box craze to potentially get a divine that I will never use anyway. So, essentially there's not too much that is special or different compared to the Egyptian Chapter 2 event. It's basically, you know, first chapter is part 1 of the castle event, chapter 2 is the loot boxes, chapter 3 is part 2 of the castle event, and chapter 4 is loot boxes round 2. And you've got to remember that if you ever want to even consider getting Freya, you have to get every single divine in this event, and you have to hatch them before the event timer is up. So if you want Freya, you need to get Frigg as well. So it is one of those situations where if you wanted to get Freya for free, you're probably not going to. But if you get the most insane luck in the world and you get the Frigg Dragon and the Heimdall Dragons for free out of the divine chests, well, power to you. Power to you, and let's hope that you did get the Loki Dragon, because if you didn't get Loki already, it is impossible for you to get Freya. Unless you invest into those, like, 100 dragon ticket packs, which are ridiculously expensive. But hey, it's not something that we didn't expect. You know, Gameloft have even said themselves that these chest divines are essentially premium currency only dragons, apart from, like, they're very, very lucky few that managed to get it out of there for free. So, I didn't go into this event expecting the RNG loot boxes to be so different that suddenly free-to-play players had even footing with paying players. But I still think in future iterations of these divine events, they can still make some different changes. Every 100 chests only getting 3 divine pieces, you could bump that up to 10, and I still think that that would be a little bit low. Although, I think that that would be quite a bit more reasonable than the 3 for every 100 divine chests opened. Oh well. Oh well, I still can't get into the game on Android, by the way, because I was going to immediately start up with the event, but I wanted to try and do it on Android first to see how our first drops on the chests went. But I still am yet to be able to log into DML on Android again. I've uninstalled, cleared the cache, I've done everything that you could possibly do to completely reset, like uninstall, reinstall, restart the device. DML on Android has not been working for me since the Divine event began. So, I'm feeling pretty annoyed at the moment, like quite a few other people. And I've seen other people posting since this event came out, Chapter 2, people saying they can't get into the game on Android at all at the moment, why can't they get in? A new solo event's just started and now we can't start our progress yet. So I have no idea what is going on at Gameloft HQ right now. But if you actually want to keep your player base playing the game, especially during major events, you need to actually make your game work. Like, it's one thing fixing bugs and game-breaking mechanics, it's another thing actually making your game actually function, so that people can even log into it. So, if we do get any word on that, on an actual fix, since I had to miss out on the entirety of Chapter 1 on Android because of GameLoft's problem, and now I can't even reinstall the game and open it on a fresh account, is how broken it is. So I'm glad that PC DML works, and I'm glad that we can at least look at the event and the new divines and everything on there. But this problem it's been persisting for over a week now. And trust me, if players can't even log into the game, people will stop playing. Because, I mean, if you can't even get into the game, you can't exactly be playing the damn thing. Like, the Divine events are meant to be the hype point where everyone floods in from left, right, and center to come and get these new dragons. And yet no one can bloody get into the game on Android. Like, what the heck is happening? What are we supposed to do? Can we do this fight? Ah, hell, we'll try it anyway. Maybe if we'd have given Andy training, we could have done this fight here a lot easier. Yeah, probably. It probably would have been a good idea to do that, but I think we'll manage this anyway. Like, having a team of 92 dragons all evenly leveled against level 100, not gonna do that much to me. I mean, they can infect me like that, which is pretty annoying. But again, there's a lot of things that you can do, even if you are behind, that can save you in fights like this. Like, look, didn't even need it. A Hermes dragon did it all on his lonesome. Definitely had nothing to do with stacking poison on everything. Nothing at all. But yes, the answer is I'm quite annoyed that I can't do any of this divine event on my other account for a reason that is not my fault. And I've seen a lot of other people also be quite annoyed about similar things happening recently. So I'm starting to lose a little bit of faith here. Oh god, we don't even have auto training, do we? Okay, that's why I'm not doing that. Okay, I concede. I'm actually not going to do arena fights because I am not doing manual training. I outright bloody refuse to do that. But anyway, I think the best thing for me to do right now is, you know, we'll do another boss fight since we are here and hope that they don't patch this yet. Because last time we got the boss challenge and it had super low timers again. They patched it out within like a couple of hours and suddenly every fight had a 2-hour cooldown on it. So I'm really hoping that that's not the case. So we will keep doing our boss challenge and getting all the tickets that we can from this, and then I'll probably watch another 800 Disney Magic Kingdoms ads until I feel like I'm going to die. But we will try our best at getting this FRIGG Dragon for free. If I don't get it, don't be disappointed. If you don't get it, don't be too disappointed either. And do remember that you can look at the actual drop chances by clicking this here. Why do you still have the Chinese Divine event as the background image? That's 2 divine events ago. Come on now. But either way, you can go and check that out yourself. The chances are not good. The likelihood of you getting the FRIGG is very, very unlikely if you're free to play or a free to play player. But good luck to you. Good luck to all of us. So thank you for joining me, and until next time, I'll see you then.